Yeah, but I'll probably like re-record a shorter video of what it is that we're gonna discuss today. All right, which is it's vital. Okay, guys, I'm using a different screen today. The one that I usually use, I should have actually gotten to go and fetch that. Because even though this is a much higher definition screen, uh, when you record with your phone, it just, I don't know if you guys can see the lines there. There's some lines that you see on the screen, right? But yeah, we're gonna get started in about 2 minutes. So just hang tight, and then we'll be all right, right? So while we're waiting for the, let me see if I can't like add this Chrome. How do I? Okay. How is this XM? I think I opened up the wrong MetaTrader. Where is it? All right. Okay. Boom. Boom. Can't see the. All right. Okay. Yeah, guys. So in about a few minutes, we're gonna get started. In about a minute, we're gonna get started just now. I found this other useful tool, guys. It's gonna answer a lot of questions. Cause like I look at some of your questions that you guys ask me, and some of them are like repeated questions. Like people have want to know the same thing. So today I got a solution for you guys. Okay. So we are waiting for 7 o'clock to get started, right? We'll wait for 7 o'clock to get started. Yeah, waiting for 7 o'clock, and then we're just gonna jump in. It's 7 o'clock in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, it's already 7 o'clock, guys. Welcome to the stream. Thanks everybody for joining in. Basically, guys, today I just want to show you a few things, okay, on the stream, but I will record like a much more consolidated video. I just wanted to be able to interact with you guys on a live stream. So when I'm done, guys, I'll open up the questions, and then you guys can just go ahead and ask your questions, okay? But for now, I just want to show you guys our trading system, okay? How it works, like how do we find opportunities using this trading system, and basically the additional things that I've added to sort of like give you a better idea of what's happening in the markets, so that you can have a little bit of confidence, especially when you're taking trades, okay? Because a big thing about trading is that you need to have some sort of confidence, okay, to hold the trades. And then confidence comes from really understanding what's happening in the markets, and also really understanding your trading strategy, okay? So the purpose of this live stream is to basically like give you a little bit more understanding, okay, as to how the system works, like for people who've never encountered it before, and for those who just got it, who are just still trying to figure out how exactly it works. Then this is what we're doing today, okay? Before I forget, let me just send the link to Telegram, the link to the YouTube to Telegram. Let me just do that real quick. It's gonna take me a few seconds, guys. So just hold on. Oh, and also another thing I wanna just touch on, guys, is there's this other tool that I found that helps you to determine the lot size. Okay, but toward the end, I'll share that, guy. I'll share that with you guys. so that you know. Okay, because I always get that question where people ask me, what lot size should they use? Yeah. So I actually have that answer today. So I'll share that answer with you toward the end, guys. We're not gonna spend too much time because some of these things you already know. Okay. I'm just sending my link to my Telegram channels. Okay, for the YouTube stream. All right. Yeah. So yeah, let's just get back to what it is that we're doing today. Okay, so let me just go ahead and go over to a trade that I didn't open. Okay. All right, guys. So I think this is a good one. All right. So right now I've got a chart open, guys. Okay. So I just want to run through the basic rules, okay, before I show you guys how to trade using the system on the smaller time frames. Because a lot of people, they don't really want to trade on the higher time frames, even though I personally think that trading on the H4 and the daily chart, it's a very good thing. Okay, but some people are unable to have the patience to trade on the larger time frames. Okay, so then now we're going to talk about how to trade on the 5 minute chart using this trading system. But anyways, before we do that, let's just jump in to the basics. Let's try to understand the basics. All right. So this is how the basics work. So let's start with a type of scenario. Okay. So for sell trade, guys, right? Let me just explain the components to you in the system. So you're gonna have on the chart, you're gonna have up arrows and down arrows painting. They're gonna be forming, and then you're gonna have this red dotted line type of situation forming. Okay, and then this green dotted line type of situation forming, and then at the bottom you're gonna have this window, right? This window is the one which actually has the information on the different charts that you're looking at, and take profit, stop loss, entry point, and the direction of the market. Okay, so that's the information that you're going to get. So anyways, you see this red dotted line here, this is just represents, like, let's say if there's a trade that you need to take, right? That represents the stop loss, the recommended stop loss that the system determines for you, right? And then the green dotted line, this represents the proposed take profit level that the system gives you. Okay, so that's what that is, right? Now, let's talk about finding buy opportunities and finding sell opportunities, okay? So, in order to have a valid sell trade, right, you need to have, number one, there needs to be a arrow pointing down which suggests to you that we need to go in for sell trade, okay? But you don't go in immediately. There's two other things that need to be present in order for us to actually take a trade, okay? And now these are just the general rules that we use in order to find the good trades, right? The potential trades. So first thing is the arrow pointing down. And then now for you to actually take the trade, you need to look at the position of the take profit level and the position of the stop loss level. Okay. So if you're in a sell type of scenario, okay, the take profit level has to be positioned at the bottom, right? And then the stop loss level has to be positioned at the top. Why? Because if you're opening up a sell trade, right, it only makes sense that when it goes down, when the market goes down, you start making profit. That's why the take profit level has to be at the bottom, okay? And then you start losing money if the market moves in the opposite direction and it starts rising, okay? And then that's why the stop loss has to be at an upper level, okay? So now this is the kind of setup that you'd want to get for a sell trade, okay? There has to be an arrow pointing down. The take profit and stop loss level need to be positioned correctly. The take profit level has to be positioned at a lower price, and then the stop loss level has to be positioned at a higher price. That's literally how easy it is, okay? So those are the general ways that we find opportunities on these higher time frames, okay, using this particular trading system. It's actually very easy, very straightforward, okay? And then the next thing that we look at now, let's look at a buy type of setup. Let me see if I can't find an example of a buy setup real quick. Uh, let's just see this. Hold on. Let me open up this because I need to show you guys. I need to show you guys both scenarios. Okay. I need to show you guys both scenarios. Okay. Let me see this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll get a proper one for us. Okay. I think the indices had like a nice example, so just give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, guys, we're just running through the basics. If you just joined us now, okay, the purpose of today is basically just to go over the 5 minute strategy, right? But before we get there, we're just gonna brush up on some of the basics, okay? Some of the basics so that we don't get confused, especially when we go to the lower time frames, okay? Because it's just a tad bit different, okay? It's just a little bit different, just minor change that needs that you need to notice there. All right. Let me see. Okay, France 40. I think I got a buy setup for us. Um, type of example. I'm just looking at the different. Okay, here's one right here. All right, here's one right here. Let me just delete all these numbers, all these horizontal lines. All right. Okay, let me just move this here. Zoom in a bit. Zoom in a bit. All right. So now we're looking at the other type of opportunity that we can find. Okay. All right. For a buy setup, guys, for a buy setup, it's actually pretty simple. It's the same as what we'd look for if we're looking for a sell trade. Okay. For buy setup, I don't know if you guys can see where the arrow is, but there's an arrow pointing up right there. Okay. So the first thing you need to see is you need to see an arrow pointing up. Okay. That forms on the chart, right? And then after that, that suggests to you that you need to open up a buy trade. Okay. Now, once you see that, it's not really, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get into a trade immediately. Okay. You only get into a trade if these following conditions are apparent in the market. Okay. So this is what I mean. You got an up arrow that tells you that you need to buy, but you confirm that buy area by looking at the positions of the take profit and the stop loss level. Okay. So if you're in a buy trade, you're looking to put your take profit at a higher price, okay, which is up here. Okay, that's what you want to see. And then if you're in a and then if you're still in that buy trade, the stop loss level has to be positioned at a lower price, like right there. Okay, so if you see this type of situation, this is actually what it is that you're trying to find in the markets. This is exactly what you want to see, especially if you want to get into these buy trades. Okay, now that's those are all the rules that you need to get basically. Okay, so we use this particular trading method on any time frame basically, but it's much more effective, this one, when we apply the system on the bigger time frames, right? Your H4 chart, your M30 H1 type of situation. Okay, I personally use it on the H4 and the M30, and then I use those time frames to filter out which are the best trades for me to take at a particular time. Okay, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So that's just a refresher on the basics. Okay, so that now when we start moving, we understand exactly what it is that we're doing. Okay, now this is how this is where the difference is now. Okay, so this method that I just showed you, it's effective for sort of like medium term to long term trading, right? Especially when you're on the H4, those higher time frames. Okay, but now what I want to show you is not the higher time frame type of perspective, but rather a lower time frame perspective. Okay, where now we're taking trades based off of the 5 minute chart as opposed to taking trades based off of the H4 chart. Okay, so let me just show you, right, what we're going to need. Okay, we're going to need the same indicators, but now when we trade on the 5 minute chart, okay, we're going to need to look at the right of the screen. You see those colorful numbers at the right of the screen? That's what now we need to start paying attention to. Okay, so if you look closely, okay, I know that it's a bit squashed up. Let me just put this on this time frame here. Okay, let me move this. Um, hold on, guys. Let me just see. All right. So now I just want you guys to pay attention to the right hand side of the screen. Okay. So this right here is the sort of like trend power indicator, if we can call it that. Okay, this is what we're going to look at now. Okay, so the purpose of this indicator is to help us to see the strength of a particular market. Okay, Now, this is how it works, guys. If you pay attention, you've got buyers, sellers, and then you've got W right there. I'll explain what that is. And then there's like time intervals on the right-hand side, okay? So it goes from 15 minutes all the way to 1 year, right? So what does that mean for us exactly? Okay, what does that mean? All right? So basically, this particular indicator shows us the percentage of buyers and sellers, right, in relation to a specific time frame. Okay, so it goes from 15 minutes all the way to 1 year. So now, if we look at this at the top, right, you can see at the top says 1 year ago, the sellers were like 53%, 53.9%, which is now they made that number green. And then buyers were 46%. Okay, and then the winning direction, it points to the downside. Okay, so that means that this market is going down because there were more sellers than buyers percentage wise, and that's the reason why the market dropped. Okay, so that's how you interpret it. Let's look at another part of it. Okay, let's look at maybe 24 hours ago for this particular market. It says that there was 72% of buyers in the market, I mean sellers in the market, and then there were 26% or 27% of sellers or buyers in the market, right? Which now means the overall direction is pointing to the downside. Is pointing to the downside. Okay, that's the winning direction. Okay. Hey guys, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hello, baby. How are you? What are you doing here? I'm up for this. I just need to get the baby away, guys. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. So, anyways, that's the purpose of this particular indicator at the right hand side. It's just to show us the strength um, of the market. Okay, so we're gonna use this to give us like a direction when we're trading on the smaller time frame. So when we go on to the 5 minute chart, the 15 minute chart, the 1 minute chart, okay, our idea is we want to get signals that are in line with the percentage of the buyers and sellers. So for instance, if maybe for the past 15 minutes to an hour or to the several hours, the market had more sellers in the market, okay? That would mean that when we start applying our trading system, okay, we only look for selling opportunities, okay, because we want to trade in the direction of the momentum of the market, okay, if that makes sense to somebody, okay. So that's how we're going to use this, and then I'll send this these additions to the support channel, okay, for the system, right? So if you want to get that, you also have to be a part of the support channel, okay. But anyways, that's what's up. So now, um, let's just jump in and have a look at some examples. So let me just change my settings a bit. Let me put this right here, the 5 minute chart, so that you guys can see what it is that I'm talking about. Okay. So now I've opened up the 5 minute chart. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open up a random 5 minute chart, and then we can see that this particular market here, all right, we just want one that's consistent. Okay, so anyways, if we look at, if let's say maybe we were scalp trading, okay, the first thing we do, we'd open up the 5 minute chart, and then we would look at this right here, this screen right here, okay, and then we want to see like a dominant trend in the market. Okay, we want to see like a dominant force in the market, like want to see the market doing something consistent. Okay, is it like consistently going up, is it consistently going down? Okay, let's see if we can't find a market right now that's like moving like that. Okay, let me just show you guys, because I want you guys to see this. Okay, yeah, perfect. This is a perfect market right here. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. So yeah, we'd first start here. Okay, we first start here before we actually look for signals. Okay, so we're going to look at the percentage of buyers and sellers in the market. We want to see is the are the sellers more dominant, or the buyers more dominant. Okay, so in this particular case, you can look, guys, that the green numbers are on the seller side. So this means that the current chart that we're looking at is actually a bearish market. So what are you supposed to do when you can see there's like 50%, 60%, 80%, 80%, 80% of sellers, 93% of sellers across these different time intervals. Okay, so that suggests to us that we need to look for opportunities going to the downside, because that's where the money is flowing at that particular time. Okay, so now once we identify the dominant direction of the market, okay, that's when now we can start looking for opportunities. So now, what are the rules in terms of these opportunities here? Okay, so if the sellers are more dominant, guys, we only want to get sell trades, okay, because that's where the money is going, okay, on the lower time frames, because we in a bearish market, okay, the market is going to push down more than it's going to push up, okay, because overall they're trying to push the price lower. Okay, so we want to catch that wave as well. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use our buying and selling rules, okay, and then we want to trade in the direction of the momentum. That's very easy. Okay, now once we see that the dominant trend is going down, right, then now we start analyzing using our trading system, looking for arrows pointing down, because we can see that the market is going down. The pressure is going to the downside, and then you can see that, okay, now if it's going down, we need to look for sells. Okay, and then that's when you start looking for, using the same rules. You look for the arrow, position of the take profit, position of the stop loss, to get a sell entry. Okay, so that would be a sort of like valid type of trade when you are actually analyzing using this method. Okay, that's all you have to do. You look for the dominant trend, and then you apply the corresponding trading strategy. Okay, let me see if I can't find a bias type of situation. Give me a second. Let me see. Just trying to remember now, when I was looking at the markets earlier, okay, the NZD pairs, there were some buy opportunities there. Let me see if that's still the case. Just want to show you guys something. Okay, now we're going to try find a buy type of situation, right? We're going to try find a buy type of situation. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to try find a buy type of situation right here, right? Like a dominant one. We're going to find a dominant one. But I feel like you guys kind of get the point. Okay, let's see. This is NZDCHF. Let me see if the other markets aren't really, they're not giving. They need to be giving. Okay, what was that? NZDCHF. Okay, so yeah, now same type of rules, guys. We're trading on the 5-minute chart, and it's up to you guys if you want to trade on the 5-minute chart, okay, or the 15-minute chart, or the 1-minute chart, using this same type of approach. It's still valid. Okay, so one of the things that you guys need to see, okay, before you even start looking at the chart, you direct your attention here. You look for the dominant trend. Which side is the market going? Okay, and then once you see that, okay, now the buyers are in much more control. Right, that's the longer term trend, or that's the medium term or short term trend, right? Given the relevant time interval. Okay, then you look for buy trades. If the buyers are in control, that means you should look for buy trades. Okay, you only take buy trades because you want to be in the direction of the flow of the money. Okay, so now once you identify that, then you start applying those rules. Guys. You look for the arrow, right, which suggests to you that we need to get in for a buy trade. That's what we want, because that's where the market is going. The buyers are in control. And then we look at the position of the take profit level and the position of the stop loss level. Okay, and then now, if they position correctly, right, we're ticking all the boxes. Number one, the first box is which direction or which of these two market participants are in control. Is it the buyers or the sellers? So if we've got a higher percentage of buyers, means that we need to look for buy opportunities. So the buyers are in control. That's the first thing. The second thing is we need to use our rules in order to determine the buy opportunities, okay? Because now the buyers are in control, and then it only makes sense that we look for buying opportunities, okay? So if the buyer's in control, we're not looking for selling opportunities because that's not where the money is flowing to, okay? If that makes sense to you, right? And then once you identify that, you see the arrow, you identify the position of the take profit, identify the position of the stop loss, you chop up in that trade, and then you jump in, okay? And then you use the TP stop loss, use your proper lot sizes, all that jazz, okay? And then you start just managing the trade the way you're supposed to, right? So in a nutshell, that's all we need to do. Now, as for efficiency and, like how do you actually maximize this? How do you use it to its fullest advantage? Okay, so I suggest this to be used when the market is quite active, maybe at like the market open, or if there's something happening in the market, there's a bit of volatility, we can apply this method. Okay, we can apply this method to just get those small impulse movements, right, to take advantage of them. Okay, and that's what we need to do. So obviously the other things we spoke about in the other sessions were like things like the currency that you're trading, the trading session as well, things like your lot size. You need to factor all those things in. Okay, so trading isn't just about your strategy, okay, or the method. Like, you see what I was showing you right now, the system is a strategy. Okay, it's not only about that. It doesn't just end there. Okay, I find a buy opportunity, right, then it ends there. No, okay, we still need to execute, and the way we execute it has to be in accordance to some sort of risk management plan. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be able to know which how much money you're risking on a uh, particular opportunity that you've identified. Okay, so you need to understand those things. Use your stop loss, take profits, and all that jazz. Okay, yeah, very important. I know I did touch on it, but let's just speak on it a bit. If you're looking for volatility, right? Where do you get the volatility? You get it when the actual session is in play, right? For example, if you're looking for NAS 100 and you're looking for the best times to trade NAS 100, the best times to trade NAS 100 would be when that market is volatile, which is when the best time is like New York session again. So then now you identify those trading instruments, right? Because now we're formulating a plan. We're not just doing it randomly. We have to make it make sense. Okay. Now we're formulating a plan. We identify the things that we want to trade, and then we need to also identify the we need to identify the trading sessions, the times of the different trading sessions of the different currencies that we want to trade, because obviously different things will move at different times of the day much more powerfully, and much more like they'll be weak at certain times. I mean, sometimes you find NAS 100 slowing down during the Tokyo session. Then it starts to pick up in the London session, and then after the London session, just starts exploding when it's the New York session. Okay, so those are the type of other things that you need to sort of like do some research, do some background, understand what it is that you're trading, so that now you increase your chances of winning. Okay, you increase your chances of winning. All right. So that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss with you guys. Okay, if you do have any questions, right? Because I just need to disconnect right now. The kids. I can hear my kids. They at the door, guys. So I have to go and chill with my kids a bit. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, just type me a message either on TikTok, on what is this other platform, Instagram as well, Telegram, WhatsApp. The links are in the description. Everything is there. So yeah, if you have any other questions, and for those guys who are already in my support group, I will post up the additional files so that you guys can also set up, okay, and have this similar type of setup with the additions. All right, and then we can jump in on that. But anyways, guys, I need to disconnect. Thank you so much for joining into the stream. I really do appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys on the next streams. Take care, guys. I'll see you on another time. Cheers.